Electric Dream featuring Automobili Pininfarina's Battista with Furiosa. Stage 2, here we go. Yes, we are in Germany, Nürburgring. Setting Records is the title of the second stage. Once again, doable without any upgrades. Alright, so use every chicane and every brake point to your advantage to make the most of this car, meaning quick acceleration. Set the speed record and bring the car back in one piece. So I assume no damage. Alright. Targets our top speed currently without any upgrades, 349. And it's a Grand Prix circuit. Alright, what's the target? 333. Easy to remember. You have to set these type of numbers going forward. In reverse, the speed record does not work. If it's actual speed record event, right? So here, let me show you what I mean. Like, you know how like you get that top speed column goes up, right? So if you go in reverse, here, you'll notice even when I go over that number, it doesn't change. So it's, as I said in another video in the past, they mean velocity record, since we're talking direction as well. Whoops. Oh, I guess no off track. I was thinking no damage. Bring the car back in one piece. Alright, so just have to make sure you remember to brake early, because as I said, this one you cannot do backwards trick. But that gives us an opportunity to check out the interior of this car, which is more or less identical to the Nino Farina version. Right, and with without any upgrades, there's no reason to struggle trying to set the top speed record in this earlier sector of the circuit. Since you guys all know by now, the back and the back straight heading towards that chicane is the longest straight at Nürburgring Grand Prix. So, and as I complained about the car in the limited series for Nino Farina version of the Battista, the GPS unfortunately doesn't work. It's purely for the show, which is profoundly disappointing. Maybe that's asking too much. I don't know. There we go. 335. Easily done. So, as it turns out, no off track. Now I'm reminded. There we go. Finish in style. All right. For a lap around Nürburgring Grand Prix, pick up a few racing dollar bonus, some 600 fame points. All right. And the speed record, yeah, we normally these type of events, they have like the same car just listed, but in this one they actually show you. We actually had a variety of different cars. Obviously we saw Nivera setting the record before we started, but it's kind of fun, more interesting that way, even though sometimes that can be cause for, let's say, sometimes we get impossible challenges where like speed record is set with a different car, and that car happens to be just like different league altogether, where then, you know, it's like, come on. That has happened before. Impossible goals is not a new thing in the game. Anyway, goal 2 up stage 2, finish lap under minute 33 without going off track. So learning the braking points. Right. And just a regular daytime race. So at least the visibility shouldn't be an issue. So, and look at that beautiful grid. We got, what is that, McLaren GTR or Senna GTR? Right, McLaren's Senna GTR. Porsche Mission R. And there's a Speedtail, Vulcan AMR Pro, and do we have a Nevera in the front of the grid? And funny enough, they don't care if you damage your car, so just make sure you don't go off track. Alright, so minute 33, right? I think that's what it said. Early braking. Just focus more on trying to get back on the accelerator. Right. Even a little bit of skidding, I would say, is probably better than not skidding and completely missing the apex with this car. Once again, because of that quick acceleration, it is quite handy. So if we can make lap 1 within the time given, which looks like we're on track to, yeah, maybe one second and a half to spare. But of course, lap 2 we got rolling start, carrying on the momentum from previous lap. So, and the traffic is no longer an issue. So if you can do lap 1, obviously there's no reason why you cannot do lap 2, right? Since we have a bit more wiggle room in lap 2, I would say. Mainly because at that heading into that first corner, we don't have to worry about any traffic and, you know, messing up your race line. That's some high, very loud whirling that you could hear on the other side of the track. Holy cow. If you're racing, if you're driving an electric car, do you really want to hear that loud of a motor whirl? I don't think so. All right. Furiosa, there we go. Just a little over 3 minutes for those 2 laps. All right, that's a reasonable track time. Not anything to write home about, but good enough to get past this goal, right? Or Aurora Tourist, I guess, what we had in the front. Yeah, I get confused between that one and the Nevera. The dark electric cars, all right? And they're very expensive and they're very fast. So, all right. Continuing on. Still with 0 upgrade. As I said, up till we get to that speed snap in stage 4, you don't need any. All right, so far so good. We've set the speed record. Now it's time to show them who the real racer is. Drafted for 3 seconds and finish at least in 6th place. So, all right. I guess we get up to P6 as quickly as we can and let the P7 guy, you know, kind of stalk us. Alright, or we could use a little bit of... There we go. We'll just let Riera draft us for a little bit. Since we already got the... Oh yeah, there might be a little bit of a traffic issue up ahead. Which generally works in our favor. And what are those cars up there? That's Speedtail? Oh no, that's Mimosa, alright. That's stuck behind McLaren P1 GTR. So they requested P6. Should we deliver the P6 or should we do better? Nah, P6 is good. All right. Just like that. P6 is requested and the P6 is delivered. Right on. So, yeah, in terms of like who should you get drafted from, I guess I didn't need to take that from Riera at the beginning. Since, you know, the other, I got plenty of being drafted time for being drafted near the end of the race there from a fellow Battista. Right. Oh yeah, there's another thing. Depending on who else is in your grid, some of these events, there are some variables, right? Which is, I think that makes the events, these types of events more interesting. It can be kind of frustrating too, but I like to think they are more interesting that way. At least that's what I'm gonna say for now. All right. So 3 goals down, 1 more to go in this second stage. It's top speed goal, and also have to skid for 20 seconds. Yeah, I don't have problems skidding in this car without losing position. All right. If I remember, I think the bigger issue is trying to hit the top speed without overtaking, because we have to stay in the same position. Right. Okay, what was the target speed? 334.7, so 335. So while we're kind of waiting to build up our speed, because we cannot overtake the P5. Can we hit that speed here? Oh yeah. Alright, 6 seconds. Yeah, that's kind of fun, isn't it? Driving sideways. All right, Just under 17 seconds of... That is kind of fun, I have to admit. Oh, I guess it ends as soon as you rack up that 20 seconds, was it, of skidding? Well, there you go. I completely forgot about the fact that it ends as soon as you get that time filled up. All right. Just 3 service bars taken out. Good enough. And that is the end of stage 2, our little stint here at Nürburgring. And for the effort, we will be rewarded 1,000 victory points, 10 gold, and 15,000 racing dollars. So 1,000 victory points is gonna get me to the next reward tier of 15,000 motorsport dollars. Maybe? No, not quite. All right, what you got, Ahmed? Just as I predicted, the car has exceeded all expectations. On to one of the most prestigious events of the year. What was the event again? Apex something or other? Apex Thunder. Where the best racers with their finest cars will compete. Won't have any issues. After witnessing this car's performance in previous races, he can surely overcome any challenges thrown his way. How do we know the chances are, yeah, most players of the game I expect are dudes, but hey, you never know. All right, I guess that takes us to the stage 3. So we'll at the Red Bull Ring. So we'll continue with the stage 3 in the next video because I don't want a single stage video to go too long. So see you there.